Hello everyone, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer, I'm your evil overlord, and these women inside of this prison are pretty much beyond salvation. To be honest, I've done a couple of test runs to see, what I originally wanted to do is skip a couple of hours in this night, because tomorrow I'm gonna get 2 more prisoners, and then I can start a couple of extra grants that I really wanted to do. Unfortunately, we had a couple of deaths in the attempts. I gave up and said to myself, let them just kill each other. But what I am gonna do, really quick, is this. Now the reason why these women are so darn pissed off is hygiene. And I thought I could actually salvage it by giving them, I will give them, regime. Thank you. Another hour of shower over here. Well, I'm a little late, so I'll just give them shower up there. And they will have 2 hours shower in the morning. Of course, I will be taking this away eventually. And it already starts kicking off. Now, I think that what they mean with hygiene is that this place is fucking filthy, so let us hire 2 more janitors. 3 more. Because that's all I can afford. And all of a sudden, we have 11 needing medical attention, 9 awaiting solitary confinement, and 11 in lockdown. And a lot more blood, so a lot more filth. So I guess it is kind of time to, once I have these, hopefully 2 extra prisoners and then I won't need more, I'm gonna start making them go to work in just a cleaning cupboard, and maybe I'll deck out the laundry a little bit more and set them to work there as well. Today what I want to do is get a bit of solitary up and get at least this building done, which is going to be one of the family cell blocks with the nursery in the middle. And I think what I will be doing in terms of the water boiler is actually just make a small little section behind over here, just like I did with this, and place the water boiler in there, and then also do it over here eventually, over there and over there. And the same over here, over there, and over there. It's not gonna be pretty, but at least it's gonna work. Except that if I block that off, then this doesn't work anymore. Oh well, that's a problem for later. Hopefully I can figure that out. So, what I also tried to do, what I need to do, first and foremost of all, is that I see that this does not work. I can leave this open, but if I left this to be unlocked, then the doors, these doors, would be open as well, and once the fence over here, or hopefully eventually the perimeter walls will be in, then people could just walk in and walk out of the very eventual tight security with all the snipers and such, and mess around in there. And that's something I do not want. Now we've got the yard over here, of course. Sleep is almost over, and 2 hours remain until we get the prisoners. You see the danger level going up. And yeah, here you go. I said that they were beyond salvation, and we already have 2 deaths. Not to worry, because I have the intake set to fill to my desire, rather than just this many per day. They automatically get filled on to my total capacity of 30 that I want. So instead of 2 more prisoners, we'll get 4 more prisoners today. which I'm perfectly fine with. I wish I didn't have to, but oh well. I've decided to forego all attempts of safety and sanity and go balls to the wall instead. Here we go, here we have them. Right, now that I have 30 prisoners, what I want to do, first of all, do I get... No, I don't get any starting money from this, so I'll actually just go for this one. And as you can see, I have a bank loan of 10,000. What I'm going to be doing next is build a little bit of solitary. With, or at least the building, and I'll place a regular door in there. And my bank balance is just below, well, is now below 500. And the third step in this is that I need to get my daily cash flow back into the positive. And there's a very cheesy way to do this. Observe. I don't even have workshop, I don't have a work out section selected in the regime, but I can still start an infinite amount of programs. There. Doesn't say no time regime slot. There. Now as you can see, the daily cash flow began to lower, and is now in the red. The thing is, for every time that you start a program, you still need to pay the cost, even if you don't have the regime slot, or you don't have the capacity, or you don't have the rooms, or even properly decked out. You still have to pay off. And that's a good thing in this particular case, because here's the government bailout grant that I wanted. I get 50,000 in advance, and I need to use that money to... Let's first talk about the prerequisites. As you see, cash no more than 500, I've got 85. Cash flow no more than 0, I have it in a negative. A debt of at least 10,000. And that means a bank loan of at least 10,000. And at least 30 prisoners. The bad thing about this particular grant is that a lot of people don't seem to know about this because this is hidden. And it will never show up until you've actually met all of these requirements. But luckily I figured this out like way back in the day, and thus it's easy for me to do every single time. And the sooner you do this, the better. So, in order to get the remainder 50,000, I need to have my income higher than my expenses, so the daily cash flow has to be positive once again. And I need to clear my debts. In other words, I need to pay off my bank loan. Voila. So first and foremost, we're gonna go for the daily cash flow problem. Stop. And there. Income is now higher than that. And then in grants, decrease. And of course you pay interest on your bank loan, so that's why this is 227 or $27 above. And the moment that I have paid this off, voila! I suddenly find myself with a nice chunk of $89,000. Next thing I want to do is a little bit of a tricky one. Actually, no, I'm not going to start this yet because I need prison policy. And I'm going to put my chief of security to work. And I think I want micromanagement illegal as well. So, as I said, I want to put these women to work. So I go to logistics. So 20 here and 20 there. And while I'm at it, even though it's utterly useless at the moment because I don't have the proper education going. As you can see, qualified prisoners 0. I can't have any women work in the kitchen just yet, but that will change. Maybe today. Next, let's get solitary. Now, I don't know if the game is coded in such a way that you can't have prisoners with children until you have the family cells and the nursery built. Once again, that will be pretty much this entire block. But I'm not gonna chance it, so I'll leave that be. I'm also gonna be dismantling these two. And as you see, I have a little bit of the old walls over here. I'm gonna have some walls over there, because what I always like to do nowadays is to put toilets in the yard. And in this case, I'm also gonna build a little bit of a building over here, and eventually here and there too. This side's gonna be toilets, and this side, these two small buildings that I'll eventually have over here, will be showers. So that even during yard time, during free time, get in there. Oh. Hold it. You. Get here. You two, get here. Stop fighting. I'm glad that I saw this, because we might have actually had another death. Lucky me. Right, so this structure is complete. Let's get some solitary doors. And make this solitary. And once we have present policy, I want to have this done first. Thank you very much. I can actually set up proper punishments. Because by default, there will be punishments, but I like to manage them myself. Right, work. Now in my regime, I like to have work of 3 hours. Lock up, eat, shower, free time. No, wait. It's gonna be shower, eat, lock up. No, shower, eat, free time. So I want to have an hour of free time here, and I'll put eat over here. And then they'll have 3 hours of work. Eat, lock up, eat, free time, yard, and then work. Lock up, eat, free time, shower, and then sleep. This is going to be the permanent regime. And now the women that want to work will actually start working in the cleaning cupboard and the yard, or the laundry. Speaking of, let's actually deck this out a little further with a couple of extra laundry machines. Just 5. And a couple of extra ironing boards. Now normally your janitors will do this, they will also do the cleaning, but of course the prisoners will help out. "23 awaiting solitary." Holy poop, that's a lot. Right. Now that these are removed, I am just 2 up to here. No, wait, up to here. Perfect. At 9, going to be installing regular doors facing up here, and here. And there. Prison policy. Still takes 6 hours. Dang, that takes long. Now in the meantime, as I said, I will be constructing this building in its entirety. Large steel door. There we go. And I actually wanted this. 10 prisoners need to have been released before you can see that. Well, we already had about 2 deaths, I believe. So yay. Also, I see that the power grid over here is heavily in need of some other stuff. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm also gonna need another power station over yonder. I'm going to be building a concrete wall here and here. And this is just future-proofing everything. There. Put a door the other way around here, and then a wall here and here. I think what I need is a guard deployed in the yard. That might be useful. I also have a guard deployed in here. That is good. There. And I think I realize what my mistake is, and that the shower for this particular block is way too small. I know that. This is where I'm gonna be leaving you guys with the option to leave feedback. Should I remove the bottom cells here and then eventually down here as well, and enlarge the showers that way? I'm not going to make one gigantic long shower. I like to have things separated. Speaking of, I thought that for a second, perhaps. Ooh, hey, look at this. A Polaroid. Someone just calling his or her mom. Polaroids can just be found in the regular throughout your prison during the campaign. Once again, I will be playing the campaign after I'm done with this particular prison. And I mean done with this in the terms of that I have done everything that I wanted. So, got a lot of construction going on here, but it's not nearly enough. And I do believe that my hot water pipe can reach that. And this fence is only temporary. I will actually be putting a concrete wall instead. But I needed something relatively cheap at the start of this. Oh, we have another death. Oh, someone using a knife. Oh, another death. No! On guard! On guard! Guards! Guards! Speaking of guards. In the kitchen! Or canteen. Well, that could have been avoided. Well, these are just dead. They're not even snitches or ex-law enforcement or such. That's just one pissed off little person. Well, that does mean that we'll have 2 more prisoners coming in tomorrow. Question, do we have prison policy done? Yes, we do. Right. Prison policy is done. I'm gonna set the meal quantity and variety to 0 or to low, and I'll put the parole cutoff till 20%. Escape attempt, I'm just gonna do the punishments. It's one of the last couple of things that I'll do. And I guess that the thing that I wanted to have done won't happen. Attack prisoner 6 hours, attack staff 12. Serious injury 6. Intoxication 3. All will be solitary, because this is a maximum security prison. Or should I actually just stop with the maximum security, accept my fate, since this is gonna have just about everything, and do regular security? Weapons 6, tools 3, drugs 6, luxuries 3. There. The reason I'm doing meal quantity and variety to low is the other grant that I wanted to start at least, and that is inmate nutrition research. You need health, psychology, and at least 20 prisoners. Well, I have 28. And in order to get this grant done, you need to have 2 days of one single meal of low quantity and low variety. And then 2 more days after that of high quality or quantity, high variety meals for 3 times per day. So, once again, I'm going to go ahead into the regime. I'm going to give them lock up here, lock up there, and I will give them 1 hour extra of eat. And there we go. Now, sadly enough, we can't even remotely start working on this, because there was just so much more to do. We required entrance there, which is good, so I'll get a staff door here. But yeah, I did spend a lot of money. We don't have any confidential informants. And we have 1 out of 10 illegal narcotics found. It's sleep time. Oh, let's do a shakedown. Because, of course, since we have our warden Zafara Aknova, for every bit of contraband that we find, we get a little bit of money. So with her, it's actually very valuable to do a shakedown every single night. That's more. That's more. Scissors. I guess they wanted to play rock, paper, scissors. Literally. Here we go. That is done. That is done. So I guess I'll just start working on this in the next episode. That'll be my top priority. And then these 2 will finish slowly but surely. So yeah, we got solitary done for a little bit. We got this going. We've got a couple of more things here. I could start the kennel, and I will start the kennel and the armory. Just a second. Like so. This will be the armory. And we will put in staff doors. Over here. And over here. Wow, 12 people wanted to play rock, paper. 13 people wanted to play rock, paper, scissors. But why would they need a drill for that? I don't get it. Well, booze counts as an illegal narcotic, so that's 2 out of 10. That's just a club, shank, a fork. And we've got some more stuff finished. Yes. Armory. And dogs. Illegal. Hey hey. Well, while we are at it, let us hire a lawyer and get him a nice little office. Which is the only office that's left. Objects, we of course need a regular chair. I hear some screaming already. A desk, a filing cabinet. Hey, more death. Plenty of deaths today. Charlie Chapelli, or Charlie Chappell. Well, that's one way that we can get a nice flow of prisoners. Just let them kill each other. So yeah, this is going to be the last episode that I will be recording for this session. Leave your feedback. What do you want me to do? Should I stop with maximum security, go for medium to at least have something properly going on? What was the other thing that I wanted to do? There was something else that I wanted to ask. I already. Oh yeah, showers. Do you want me to remove these dormitory cells and increase the shower? And do eventually the same thing over here? Or leave it as is? Leave the prisoners as is? Just tell me what you want me to do. I'm curious. As the office is getting built, and it's done, we are immediately going to be starting off with permanent punishments. Get that going first, and then small cells. Because of course, eventually I want to have small cells over yonder. Nice large cell block for that. Shakedown is still going. Consulting fee, $1. Excuse me? I would not know what that means. So yeah, let us, as the last thing for this particular episode, finish up the grant for the dogs and the armory. Gonna have 2 guard lockers here. 2 dog crates. They're facing this way, I believe. I need a weapon rack, but I'll get 2 instead. And I need a table, but I'll get 2 instead as well. And then set these rooms as armory and kennel. Here and kennel. There. 2 dog handlers. And I'll set them to patrols through here. Dog patrols. One is gonna go around here. Actually, no. We'll stick to the paths. I planned out paths just to make it nice, so I will stick to them. To here, that is one. And then this will be the other. That's one part. And as soon as the guys finish this, I'm gonna prioritize the workers to work on the armory. So yeah, that's gonna be again a slightly longer episode. We've got another death. I need more guards. Before anyone else dies, get in here. All 5 of you. Thank you. And another is coming. I'll just sell this. Do we have armed guards yet? Yes, we can. 1, 2. And then deployment. Armed guard patrols. I want to have one in the canteen. All the way. Just one. And one in the yard, and I'll let you walk on the inside of this path. Yeah. There. Unfortunately, the dogs are taking a rest, so I'll actually hire one more dog trainer. No, dog trainer. And done. Alrighty. Bit of a weird episode today. Unfortunately, a couple of girls died. But we still got done sort of what I had in mind. Next time, we're gonna work on the family cells over here. Get the power installed over there. Maybe I can start around with the rest of the work area. I'll hopefully get the nutrition grant done. Maybe get a little bit ahead on the drugs. I'm gonna stop this because that is pretty much useless now. And as I said, leave some feedback in the comments on what you want me to do in terms of do you want me to keep the high-risk prisoners or not? And should I remove these cells and increase the shower just to satisfy their need for hygiene, because these are all double beds, remember that. So the capacity of this is actually twice the amount of cells that it will have. So yeah, hopefully to see some of your feedback. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, all of the carnage. It helps out a great deal. My name is Hecthor Doomhammer. I am your evil overlord. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.